I'm Sam Jamier, you're with the NYAFF chat, and tonight, we have David.
Yes, David
Say hi
Wilentz
to the
here.
camera,
Hi.
David. And we've got Grady Hendrix, our founder, our grandfather, not really our grandfather, the forefather, the grand ancestor.
Ancestor.
You're the grand
I like
ancestor.
ancestor.
You're
Old
kind of
ancestor.
like Yoda, but like with better grammar and
Exactly.
slightly less wrinkly.
I like old ancestor, like in Seventh Curse, you know? He just lies in the tomb and sucks
The
blood.
seventh curse? What's seventh curse?
The
Hong
Chow
Kong.
Yun-fat Maggie Jung movie that ends with
uh,
Chow Yun-fat taking the rocket launcher to destroy the giant monster.
It's
I
a
wish
supernatural horror comedy,
Never.
right?
Yeah, it's great.
It's pretty legendary.
So this is good. We're already quite sidetracked on the main
Yeah, sorry.
topic, but
It was
today
not
we're
a New Year's film. though.
No.
yeah, we were going to talk about the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year. So not everyone who celebrates the Lunar New Year is necessarily from China, and we're going to celebrate very soon, actually, on Thursday next week, January 26th. We hope to see many of you there. Actually, it's an intimate party, but it should be fun. So, what do you wanna?
So in talking about the Chinese Lunar New Year in Hong Kong, back starting in the 50s,
Sorry.
it was a big deal for the studios to like put out a movie at that time, like get all their big stars and make some kind of obnoxious comedy that everyone would flock to the theaters to see, right?
Well, it was the sort of movies we know now, because now like it's the obnoxious comedy with like every star's in it. There's a lot of cross-dressing, a couple of racist jokes usually.
Only a couple?
Yeah, a few rape jokes every now and then. But like you said, back to the 50s, there was a big release date. But it was like Shaw in the 70s, all their giant martial arts movies would come out on Lunar New Year.
36 Chamber of Shaolin's a good example.
And then there was a period where disco comedies were coming. I think 80, 81. It was everyone was putting out disco comedies, and then sex comedies were always big. And it wasn't until Aces Go Places in '82 that sort of like brand of like everything goes in the toilet and then we flush it and film it kind of filmmaking came about, where it's like everything's in there.
Sure.
But like, you know, and it's crazy. Everyone's made a Lunar New Year movie. Sammo Hung, Millionaire's Express, is a Lunar New Year movie.
Okay, right on.
Almost every Stephen Chow movie, like once a year, he has a Lunar New Year.
Yeah, like King of Comedy was 1999, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think he's in All's Well, Ends Well, right? 92?
I know that was a big film.
Which is, yeah,
but that's like an ensemble cast. Like everyone's in it.
like Leslie's in it. Everyone's in that.
So where?
But then there's also, and we have to mention though, there's also the like really like unapologetic New Year series. It's a mad world.
Is that
1, 2,
also
and 3.
Karl Maka?
No, he produced it, but Raymond Wong, the world's literally maybe the world's worst filmmaker, directed it.
But it's a guilty
maybe
pleasure.
let's not talk about the world's worst filmmaker.
Well, it's just like he makes Lunar New Year comedies. That's all he makes. So things like having the camera level when he takes a shot, it doesn't really matter much to him.
Right, yeah.
And the Mad World movies are kind of fun. They keep going to Canada. They win the lottery. They lose the lottery, and it's Uncle Bill from all the Jackie Chan movies is the star of it.
Right.
It's a big Hong Kong tradition. I mean, they have a long vacation for the New Year. That's the thing. Like people don't. You don't necessarily think like why do they make these films every year? It's because you have a long vacation. That's the only thing you could do, especially back in the days where TV was what? How many channels? 2 channels? 2 for a long time. I don't know when they started having more than 2 channels.
I think it was the late '80s, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, 100% sure. There was the Fish channel. Wasn't there a Fish channel? You would watch the Fish and you're like, oh yeah, hello Fish.
In the '90s when I was there was a Fish channel.
Yeah, it was a Fish channel.
Just Fish
also
or not
entertainment.
It was just an aquarium. It was like I could watch the aquarium.
Like a video aquarium.
Yeah.
So, and what was last
stoners.
year's New Year's film? Golden Chickens? Was that where that
Golden
Cheers go?
Chickens, I think was one. I'm not sure what the New Year movies were last year.
No, it wasn't that Golden Ducks. The latest one
You're
is
right.
Golden Ducks.
So that was last year.
Gigolos.
Yeah.
And the Gigolo too. The Gigolo came out at the same time, didn't it?
And I also think a From Vegas to Macau movie came out at New Year's, or am I wrong? I could be wrong.
I tried to forget about this movie, honestly.
But then this year we've got Jackie Chan. Usually, because all through the late '90s, it was always Jackie Chan and Stephen Chow would always compete, or for several years in a row competed at Chinese New Year. So this year, Jackie Chan's Kung Fu Yoga, where he again tries to go after the Indian market, and then Journey to the West 2, which Choi Hark's directing and Stephen Chow's starring, comes out on the 28th, I think.
Can I just make a quick aside? Does anyone remember the movie Kung Fu versus Yoga, where they have a real contortionist in it.
Yeah, isn't that a
Kung Fu versus
Taiwanese?
Yoga.
It's like a
independent movie?
Taiwanese comedy. These two guys go in search of, I don't know what, sex manual or something, like these kind of kung fu comedies.
Like you do.
And exactly. And the final, half hour of the movie is them trying to beat this guy that can take his arm out of his socket and punch them from across the room.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I really
It's
hope
like
that's
the
the final
ancestor of
half
that
hour.
scene in Street Fighter. You played Street Fighter. There's a character
Yeah.
like that who's got extensive
Yeah,
arms
yeah.
that stretch.
It's-
Well,
Yeah.
the real ancestor of that character is the dude in Flying Guillotine. The Jimmy Wang Yu
Right,
Flying
but
Guillotine
that guy
with
guy,
stretchy arms and he
he's got
breathes
like
fire.
the Freddy Krueger arms.
Yeah.
But this guy in Kung Fu versus Yoga,
Yeah.
he was really like flexible.
Taoism.
He was it was scary.
Well, there's also, I mean, I think it all came. Was this before or after the Master of the Flying Guillotine movie?
It's after that, but
Because I think that was the first
Master of
time. It
Flying
was the
Guillotine.
dude who stretches his
right. That's
arm.
what Grady was
really
saying exactly. But
yeah.
that was like special effects. This is no special effects.
Right.
This is just wackiness.
You mean he really dislodges?
Like he's really,
like he
you see
genuinely.
those guys that are so good at yoga that they can contort their bodies. He's like one of those guys.
Yeah, but never in a fight.
Right,
On
right.
screen
Well,
or
they-
otherwise.
Well, leave it to Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
But Jackie Chan's movie's not doing that, I guess.
No. Jackie Chan sort of has, weirdly enough, 2 New Year movies this year because Railroad Tigers just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess. And then, so it's not his official New Year's movie, but it's getting the same
Right.
release
It's
date
getting the
roughly.
same-